And then without warning, he is bawling on the floor of his bedroom and does not know what he's going to do with his life going forward. What it do, love bugs? We are walking through the word grief and we have made it to the I. This is a big one. This is the second most important letter in the word grief. So, husband and wife married for decades. Cancer rears its ugly head, and he unfortunately loses her. He goes to the funeral, he eats the casseroles, and then he goes back to work after about a week, and he is doing just fine. And he thinks he's going to be doing just fine. And then he goes to get dressed for work on a random day, and he goes into his sock drawer, and it's empty. And then it dawns on him. There's no socks because his wife didn't wash them and roll them up and put them in there. And then it hit him. It happened. He cried for the very first time since his wife passed away. And he couldn't stop. And then he was on the floor. And then he was balled up. And then he was screaming and praying and crying out to God because the true impact, which is the I in grief, finally landed for him. Not because of the socks, but because the socks represented all of the hundreds of little things that his wife had done to take care of him over the decades. And it dawned on him in that moment that there were hundreds of other things that were hidden, like the socks, that he wasn't going to notice until it was right on top of him. Just like he didn't notice the socks until it was time to get ready for work, like he had done hundreds, maybe thousands of times during their marriage. And there were no socks, and there weren't going to be any until he figured out some other kind of way to get them done. But he knew that the socks were the tip of the iceberg, that there were going to be 100 things that his wife had done for him that he never recognized, and maybe he never thanked her for or even cared about until it was gone. And that's something I want to share about impact. The I in grief, sometimes the best way to let a person feel your impact is to just not be there anymore. And you are loved, wanted, and needed, or you would not be here. Ladybug out, and I love you.